What if I told you that the ground beneath your feet is hiding secrets so strange they defy everything you learned in school? There's a river in the Amazon that literally boils animals alive. There's a continent twice the size of India, hidden right now, waiting to be discovered. There are towns in Alaska where every single resident lives under one roof, and a place in Canada where you can stand in the center of a crater so perfectly formed it looks like a bullseye from space. These aren't myths, they aren't legends. These are real, verified geographical anomalies scattered across our planet. Today we're embarking on a global expedition to uncover 50 geography facts that sound completely impossible but are 100% true. Buckle up, this will change how you see the world forever. Fact 1. The boiling river of the Amazon. Deep in the Peruvian Amazon, there's a river locals call Shanai Timpishka, which means boiled with the heat of the sun, and that's exactly what it does. For about 4 miles, the waters reach a scalding 200 degrees Fahrenheit, 93 degrees Celsius, hot enough to brew tea, and certainly hot enough to kill any small animal that falls in. Fact 2. Zealandia, the Earth's lost continent. There is an 8th continent, and 94% of it is underwater. It's called Zealandia. It broke away from Australia and Antarctica over 80 million years ago and sank. Today, only its highest peaks break the surface. Fact 3. The town under one roof, Whittier, Alaska. In Whittier, Alaska, almost the entire population, roughly 200 people, lives in a single 14-story building called Begich Towers. The building contains apartments, a police station, a clinic, a laundromat, and even a small church. Kids can walk to school through an underground tunnel. It's the ultimate in extreme weather living. Fact 4. The Blood Falls of Antarctica. In the dry valleys of Antarctica, a glacier bleeds. Blood Falls spills a deep red liquid from the ice into a frozen lake. Fact 5. The Door to Hell, Darvaza gas crater, Turkmenistan. In the middle of the Karakum Desert, there's a hole 230 feet wide that has been burning for over 50 years. Soviet geologists drilling for natural gas in 1971 accidentally drilled into a massive underground cavern. Fact 6. Canada has fewer people than the Tokyo metro area. The entire country of Canada has a population of about 38 million people. The Tokyo metropolitan area, just one sprawling Japanese city, has over 37 million. Fact 7. Russia is bigger than Pluto. Here's a cosmic fact. Russia's surface area is over 6.6 million square miles. Pluto's surface area is about 6.4 million square miles. By land area, Russia is literally bigger than an entire dwarf planet. If you dropped Pluto into Russia, it would fit with room to spare. Fact 8. The Catatumbo lightning, eternal storm. In Venezuela, where the Catatumbo River meets Lake Maracaibo, there's a lightning storm that rages for 10 hours a night, 260 nights a year. For centuries, sailors used it as a natural lighthouse. The unique topography and wind patterns create a near-perpetual thunderstorm, producing over 1 million lightning strikes annually. It's the planet's single most powerful generator of ozone. Fact 9. The Great Blue Hole, an underwater sinkhole. Off the coast of Belize, there's a nearly perfectly circular hole in the sea, 1,000 feet across and 400 feet deep. It's a giant marine sinkhole, formed during the last ice age when sea levels were much lower. Inside its depths lie giant stalactites and stalagmites, remnants of the caves that once stood there, now submerged in a diver's paradise. Fact 10. The mountain that divides continents. Mount Elbrus in Russia is a geographical paradox. It's the highest peak in Europe, yet it sits in the Caucasus Mountains, which many geographers consider the boundary between Europe and Asia. Its summit straddles the divide. Stand on top and one foot could be in Europe, the other in Asia. Fact 11 to 15. Water anomalies and border oddities. There's a waterfall in Bolivia that flows upward when the wind is strong enough, defying gravity as wind whips the water back over the cliff. The border between the Netherlands and Belgium is so convoluted that it runs through houses and cafes, creating tiny landlocked exclaves of one country inside the other. Lake Baikal in Siberia holds 20% of the world's unfrozen freshwater, more than all the Great Lakes combined. It's also the deepest lake, plunging over a mile down. Fact 16 to 20. Human geography curiosities. The island nation of Kiribati is spread across all 4 hemispheres of the Earth: north, south, east, and west. The town of Coober Pedy in Australia is almost entirely underground, where residents live in dugout homes to escape the searing desert heat. There's a point in the Pacific Ocean called Point Nemo that's farther from any land than any other spot on Earth. It's literally the middle of nowhere, often used as a spacecraft cemetery. Fact 21 to 25. Volcanic and tectonic wonders. Iceland is one of the only places where you can walk between 2 tectonic plates, the North American and Eurasian plates, at Thingvellir National Park. You're literally standing in the crack where continents are tearing apart. There's a volcano in Tanzania, Oldoinyo Lengai, that erupts black lava. It's carbonatite lava, cooler and less viscous than normal basalt, flowing like black oil across the ground. Fact 26 to 30. Temperature extremes. The hottest place on Earth is not the Sahara. It's the Lut Desert in Iran, where satellite temperatures have hit a blistering 177.4 degrees Fahrenheit, 80.8 degrees Celsius at the surface. The coldest permanently inhabited place is Oymyakon, Russia, where temperatures have dropped to minus 96 degrees Fahrenheit, minus 71 degrees Celsius. Your eyelashes freeze. Cars are kept running constantly for fear they'll never restart. Fact 31 to 35. Islands and archipelagos. There's an island in a lake on an island in a lake on an island. It's called Vulcan Point, and it sits in Crater Lake on Volcano Island in Lake Taal on the island of Luzon in the Philippines. It's geographical nesting dolls. Greenland is the world's largest island that is not a continent, yet it's covered by an ice sheet so massive that if it melted, global sea levels would rise 23 feet. Fact 36 to 40. Rivers and lakes with secrets. The Nile is the longest river, but the Amazon is the largest by volume, discharging more water into the ocean than the next 7 largest rivers combined. There's a lake in Kazakhstan, Lake Balkhash, that is half freshwater and half saltwater, divided by a narrow strait. The Rio Tinto in Spain is so acidic and rich in heavy metals from centuries of mining that it looks like orange juice and supports almost no life, except for extremophile bacteria. Fact 41 to 45. Political and man-made geography. The international border between India and Bangladesh has 198 enclaves, including one called Dahala Kagrabari, which was a piece of India inside Bangladesh, inside another Indian enclave inside Bangladesh. It was a country within a country within a country. It was so complicated, it took a 2015 land swap to finally simplify it. The city of Istanbul is the only city in the world that straddles 2 continents, Europe and Asia, separated by the Bosphorus Strait. Fact 46 to 50. Final mind-benders. There's a forest in Poland where all the pine trees grow with a strange 90-degree curve at the base, the crooked forest. No one knows why. The Sahara Desert was once a lush green grassland, and it will be again, cycling every 20,000 years due to Earth's orbital wobble. The Grand Canyon is so vast that its microclimates can vary by 20 degrees from rim to river. And finally, the Earth is not a sphere. It's an oblate spheroid, slightly squashed at the poles and bulging at the equator due to its spin. You weigh slightly less at the equator because you're farther from the center of the Earth. The Earth we walk on is not a static, boring rock. It's a dynamic, living, and endlessly surprising entity. It has rivers that boil, continents that hide, mountains that divide worlds, and craters that burn for centuries. These 50 facts are just a glimpse into the strange and wonderful complexity of our home. The next time you look at a map, remember, it's a simplified drawing. The reality beneath it is infinitely weirder, more beautiful and more impossible than any cartographer could imagine. Keep exploring, keep questioning, and never stop being amazed by the ground beneath your feet. Which fact blew your mind? Tell us in the comments below. Let's keep going, and it still has countless secrets to reveal. The next set of facts dives into the bizarre intersections of geology, biology, and human history, places where the rules of normalcy simply don't apply. Fact 51 to 55, the deep Earth and its hidden oceans. Deep beneath our feet, there's an ocean bigger than all the surface oceans combined. Not liquid water you could swim in, but water trapped in the crystal structure of a mineral called ringwoodite, 400 miles down in the mantle. If that mineral released just 1% of its water, it would fill all our surface oceans. There's also a massive blob of dense rock under Africa, a continent-sized anomaly in the mantle that may be the remnant of an ancient planetary collision. And the Earth's inner core is spinning at a different rate than the surface, sometimes faster, sometimes slower, creating a planetary heartbeat that geologists are only beginning to understand. Fact 56 to 60, the geography of isolation. There's an island in the South Atlantic called Tristan da Cunha that is the most remote permanently inhabited place on Earth. Its nearest neighbor, St. Helena, is 1,500 miles away. To get there, you take a week-long boat trip from South Africa, and it only comes 9 times a year. The Pitcairn Islands, home to the descendants of the HMS Bounty mutineers, have a population of around 50 people. Their nearest mainland is thousands of miles away. They survive on fishing, gardening, and the occasional passing cargo ship. In contrast, the most densely populated place on Earth is not Tokyo or Mumbai. It's the Manila district of Malate in the Philippines, where population density exceeds 100,000 people per square mile. You're never alone. The next time you step outside, remember, you are standing on a living, breathing, shape-shifting miracle. Keep exploring, keep asking why, and never stop being amazed by the ground beneath your feet. What was your favorite fact? Let us know in the comments and subscribe for more journeys into the impossible truths of our planet.